No, attendance because submit करो attendance form.
Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of ExcelR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We've also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. A hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. ExcelR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with ExcelR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if ExcelR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
Good evening, all. I hope you all doing well.
Yeah, very good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. You can
Yeah.
start the session, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, very good evening, guys. Hope you're doing well. So yesterday we have discussed about Git and GitHub. Today we will discuss about what is SonarQube and what exactly is SonarQube and how it works and what it is used for and how we can implement, and finally hands-on demo. So let me share my screen. So what is SonarQube? SonarQube is an open source platform that is developed by the Sonar source for continuous inspection of code quality. So what is SonarQube? So it's an open source platform. So it is developed by SonarSource. So why they are developed means for continuous inspection of code quality. So the first main thing, it will automate the process of reviewing the code to identify the potential issues such as bugs, code, smell, and security vulnerabilities. So it helping the developers maintain high code quality standards. So first thing, so it maintains the process of reviewing code. So to identify issues such as bugs, code smells, vulnerabilities. So why should we learn SonarQube? So why should you learn SonarQube? So SonarQube, like it will reduce the software development like within a very small amount of time. So it detects bugs in the code automatically and alerts the developers. So to fix them, so so that even after sending the code to the production, it will detects. So it reduces the risk of software development. So within a shorter span of time. So let me explain the features and advantages of using SonarQube. Features and advantages of using SonarQube. So SonarQube platform, like it increases the lifetime of the application, like by reducing complexities, like duplication of code, like potential bugs in the code. So by keeping the neat and clean architecture and increased unit test. So like reducing complexities in the code. Also duplication. So it makes the code clean. So also it increases maintainability of the software, increases the maintainability. So let me explain what is benefits of SonarQube. So what are the benefits? It's the first benefit is early issue detection. So it is mainly used for developers, like it can identify and fix issues early in the development process itself. So it reducing the cost and efforts of fixing them later. So second benefit is improved code quality. So it increases reliability of the code. So it will, and the third benefit is it enhances the collaboration. So for it provides a central platform for developers. So to check on the code quality issues and track the progress. So the fourth benefit is integration of the CI/CD. So it can integrate with any kind of CI/CD pipelines like Jenkins, GitHub, GitLab. So these are the key benefits. So let me explain you the concept. So so we have like DevOps, like at this point, like all of you have know like another one which is DevSecOps. So basically like DevOps is extended with the security tools like to make the pipeline secure. So in our source code, like there will be issues. So to make sure like everything is secured in certain way, like we from the coding to the deployment to the production, like we will some use this DevSecOps. So there will be a source code. So there will be a lot of coding lines. coding issues. So there will be a syntax error, lot of bugs, syntax errors, and vulnerabilities also. So we need like someone to identify the issue. So we have the SonarQube. So this is why we use SonarQube. So it does two main tasks. So mainly it identifies the code coverage. The second task is code quality check. So coming exactly like what is code coverage? See, code coverage is like when we say like SonarQube has generated a report uh, like we have like it will generate a report like 80% it shows in a report. So that means the source code is run and tested. So basically the code coverage is so the amount of line it is tested. Code coverage. So it will so when it is run it will generate a report. For example, it shows like 80%. That means in the source code, the amount of code lines is run and tested. So this value is code coverage. And the next one is code quality check. So it's the source code has multiple issues, like the bugs, the vulnerabilities, and the code smell. Like what is bug? So like bugs or something that happens due to the issue of wrong code. So if coding is not done properly, we say it as a bug. So in that part of section, firstly we have bugs. So bugs are like the wrongly written code. In that part of section, section of code. So we call it as a bug. Secondly, we have vulnerabilities. Let's say like we have like we have a source code like it is open to attack. So that means the code is written badly, so any attackers can bypass the code. So that's the reason like vulnerabilities can be identified by this SonarQube. Code is in a weak state, so any attackers can bypass. So this is identified by the SonarQube. And lastly, we have code smell. So section of like any section of code, like it is written very poorly. So it makes many developers to confuse. So this is identified by the SonarQube as well. So poorly written, which is confused by others. So to avoid this, the SonarQube identifies so how the code, we can say the code quality is good. Like if these issues are less, only then the code quality is good. If these issues are less, then the code quality percentage is good. So if it is more, so code quality is bad. So in many MNCs, like they maintain some code quality percentage, like they maintain at least 85% of the code quality percentage. So let me explain the architecture. So there will be a developers. Here we have installed the SonarQube server. Here there is a Git configuration. Here we have CI/CD. It can be Jenkins or any Azure DevOps as well. So let me write the diagram first and explain you later. So the developers, what they will do, they will locally test the code. Like they will download the SonarQube in the local system and they will test the code in their local system. They'll be having Java or any programming language. They push that code to the Git. So here, this is a software configuration management where it performs and automate build and code analysis. And CI/CD is continuous integration and continuous delivery. So here continuous integration server. So in this, like there will be a SonarQube scanner, like it will analyze the code using the pipelines in the Jenkins. So then it will publish the analysis report to the SonarQube server. So after publishing to the SonarQube server, so there will be also database to store the reports, like any PostgreSQL or Oracle, MySQL. So this will do continuous inspection. In SonarQube server. So then it gives the feedback to the developers in return. To fix the code. So it works in a cycle. So this is the architecture of SonarQube. So let me explain the top use cases of SonarQube. Top use cases. So firstly, code quality analysis it will do. So it performs a static code analysis, like it will perform to analysis to identify the issues like the duplication, the complexity, and the maintainability problem. Perform static code analysis. So to find issues, duplication, complexity of the code. And the second top use cases is code security scanning. So mainly in the security vulnerabilities and potential threats, like we have our like SQL injections, like cross-site scripting, XSS, and security misconfiguration. So it is used in the security scanning as well. It scans security vulnerabilities. So the third use case is uh, the coding standards. So it has set a standard coding. So it is defined by the organization or the industry standards, like we call it as, like to ensure the code compliances. So the fourth use case is security and vulnerability assessment. So it mainly identifies the security vulnerabilities like the third-party libraries. Like it helps the teams to prioritize the addresses them. For third-party libraries. And the fifth is customizable quality gates. So you can set the quality and the security threshold, like which can be uh, set up in a CICD pipelines, like to prevent the low quality or insecure code. So whatever the insecure code is there, we can set quality gates. So they can set custom quality gates for insecure, to identify insecure code. And the sixth use case is issue tracking and management. So it provides a tool like for tracking and managing the issues. Like it will assign to the teams and it will prioritize and monitor the resolution for code problems. So track and manage issues and monitors the resolution of code problems. See, like SonarQube is compatible with all sorts of the programming language. Like either you use Java, C program, Python, or Node.js, it can run. So irrespective of the programming language, like it can generate a code coverage percentage. So if you want to download SonarQube, you can download locally. So you can use download SonarQube. So click for a download for free. It's a community build. It's free completely. Then you also need to install Sonar Scanner. So you need to configure your local system by editing the environment variable. So mainly we will use in a cloud environment by launching an EC2 instances. So let me explain the components of SonarQube. Firstly, we have SonarQube scanner. So like what will do the SonarQube scanner will do? The SonarQube scanner, like it's a command line tool. So it scans the source code and sends the analysis report to the SonarQube server. So it supports irrespective of the language and integrates build systems like a Maven, Gradle, and MS build. So let me write. So it's a command line tool. So that scans the sonar code, scans the source code, and sends the report to the SonarQube server. And the next component is SonarQube server. So it's a core component, like we receive the analysis report from the scanner and that displays the results on the dashboard. So it provides a web interface like to visualize the code quality, metrics, issues, and trends of the code. So it stores the analysis data in a database for historical analysis. So it's a core component. So whatever the report from the scanner, it receives the report to the server, to the SonarQube server. So it visualizes the dashboard. So we can see we can monitor the issue and fix the issue. The third component is quality gates. See, quality gates are like predefined condition. We can set the quality gates. Uh, so it is defined in the SonarQube server. So like based on the project requirement, we can customize the quality gates. So it helps us to analyze and if any code is problematic, like it will flag the code. Predefined conditions that are set in the SonarQube server. So it is customizable. So it helps us to analyze the code. And it flags the problematic code. The fourth component is rules. Like rules are the set of guidelines, like it helps us to maintain the code quality, and it has a built-in set of rules for a different programming language. So if you choose, like if your source code is Java, if your source code is Node.js, like it has a set of rules for each programming language. It's a set of guidelines. So that helps us to maintain code quality. So let's discuss like what is static code analysis. See, static code analysis is a set of algorithms, and also it is a technique, like it is used to analyze the source code in order to to find the potential errors or the poor coding practices. So it is also called as a white box testing, in application, like there is a runtime environment. So it covers the entire code base and identifies the vulnerabilities. A set of algorithm like it is used to analyze source code. So in order to automatically find the potential errors. So hope you understand, like this is a theoretical concept. Next hour we'll discuss about the implementing SonarQube in the server. So do you have any questions? Please raise a question in the chat. See, Sonar Scanner is like an agent, like it runs on the source code, like on the project directory. Yeah, it can scan the any tech stack, like SonarQube can scan any tech stack. So like, so it has complete knowledge of code base. Yes, it has, by it has predefined rules and quality gates. They are defaultly set. So if you select any programming language like Java or JS, so it will identify, and there are like 200 or 300 default rules set predefined. Yeah, we can customize the rules and quality gates for a specific project. So do you have any questions? So do they charge for customizing the rules? No, they will not charge. So there are like community edition, developer edition, and enterprise edition. So for the developer edition, it is a paid edition. Like so, it can scan like 10 lakh of lines of codes. So for enterprise edition, it will scan for 10 million lines of codes. Yeah, SonarQube is an open source. So how SonarQube detects issue? So it will perform as like a static analysis. Like it will inspect the code like without running it. That's why it will identify the issues like bugs, like or code smells or security vulnerabilities. Security vulnerabilities like SQL injections and the code smells like over complexity or duplicate code there will be. So it is a part of CI/CD pipeline. So why do we use so what purpose we will use the SonarQube is the question. So like to ensure like the code quality should be good, like to maintain for the long usage and the security of the software development should be good. So that's why we use SonarQube. So the quality should be good, quality of the software code. So that makes the reliability of the product. So can you re-explain like code coverage? Like I didn't get report part like 80%. So when you run the source code, like when the developers build the code, like front end, back end, if they run the repository source code, so the Sonar scanner will scan each and every line and sends the report to the SonarQube server. So the report will be like 30%, 40%, 60 or 80%. If the report is above 80%, the code is well and good. So if it is below 80 or 60%, the code has so much vulnerabilities and bugs and issues. Like we need to fix that issues. That's the case. So let's take a break for 15 minutes. Come back at 8:15. So guys, let's start implementing the SonarQube in AWS Cloud. So I hope everyone has joined now. So let me share my screen. So let me start implementing in AWS Cloud. So let me launch an instance. Name it as SonarQube. So I'm choosing Ubuntu operating system. I'm selecting Ubuntu Server 22.04. I am selecting instance type as T2.medium because it requires at least 4 GB of RAM to run the SonarQube and Jenkins. Then we need to select the key pair. So I'm allowing in one role as port number 9000 for SonarQube server and Jenkins as port number 8080. Also port number 22 to log into the server. Then launching the instance. So right now it is in running state. So we have allowed port number 9000 for SonarQube server and port number 8080 for Jenkins server. So why Jenkins server means like to integrate the pipeline with the SonarQube server. I am logging into the server using SSH mobile term. So the username is Ubuntu. So this is the public IP address of the server. Selecting the key pair. Yeah, it is successfully logged in. So I'm going to install the SonarQube in the Docker container using the Docker image of SonarQube. First, we need to update the packages and also upgrade. So we have a comments here to update and upgrade. So this will update and upgrade the packages to the latest version. So press enter and tap OK. So the packages are updated. So the next step, we are going to install Docker. So Docker, in the coming class, we are going to, there is a session on the Docker. So installing Docker, like we can also find the commands is here also. So this is the same command I have copied here. So this is the official version of Docker. So why we are using Docker means it will create a SonarQube container because it is a lightweight container, because the system is just 4 GB RAM, because SonarQube requires large amount of RAM. So installing Jenkins and SonarQube requires lot of RAM. That's why using Docker to run the SonarQube container. So then we need to sudo systemctl enable Docker, and then we need to start the Docker, sudo systemctl start Docker. We can check the command by using status command. So Docker is up and running, is an active state. So then running the SonarQube container using sudo docker run -d -name SonarQube. So -p means port number. This is the host port number and the container port number 9000 and the SonarQube latest version. Press enter. So it will download the image from the Docker hub and create a container. So Docker container is finally created. So we need to add user to the Docker group because the root doesn't support, doesn't allow. Creating a group Docker. So then we can check the container is up and running and it is available on the port 9000. So when you copy the public IP : 9000. You can see the SonarQube server. So login name is admin and password is admin for any first time users. Then we need to reset the password. So I'm gonna name is at admin at 123456. Then update the password. So this is the SonarQube server. So this is the project directory. So we can create a project directory using Azure DevOps or Bitbucket or Bitbucket server, GitLab, GitHub, or we can create a local repository as well. So here we can see the issues, the software quality, security, reliability, maintainability, blocker, medium, high, low. So clean code attribute, creation date, assignee, and we can see here rules. So these are predefined for Java, C, TypeScript, JavaScript, and many more programming languages. So this is severity. If there is more severity, it shows blocker, high, medium, low, info. So it will show why this issue has came and how to fix it. And these are the quality profiles. See, these are the collection of rules to apply during an analysis. This is quality gates and administration security purpose. So let's first set up Jenkins in the server. So we can set Jenkins from the official Jenkins side. We are selecting Ubuntu. This is the Jenkins package. Sudo apt get update. sudo apt-get install Jenkins and press Y for S to install. Press enter and OK. So Jenkins requires Java to run. So we need to install Java as well. So we are using JDK 21, Java version 21. Press yes. Press OK. Press OK. So when you type Java version, so open JDK Java 21 is installed. So we need to also install Git and Maven. Press enter. So we need to start the Jenkins service using sudo systemctl enable Jenkins. So it is enabled. We need to start the Jenkins. We can check the status if it is running or what. So Jenkins is running. Copy the public IP colon. It's running on 8080 port. So to unlock Jenkins, we need to copy this and we need to type sudo cat means to view the file and paste that URL. So we'll get a password. So we need to paste the password here. So it will unlock Jenkins. So in customizable Jenkins, we need to install suggested plugins. Give name as admin, 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 admin at gmail.com. So we need to configure, start using Jenkins. So we need to go to manage Jenkins and go for plugins and check the plugins SonarQube or to enable the SonarQube scanner. In a checkbox. And the next plugin is Eclipse. This is a JDK and click install. So it has successfully installed the packages. Then go back to manage Jenkins and go for the global tool configuration. So add JDK 11, install from automatically. Then come down, add SonarQube scanner, name as Sonar Scanner. So keep this as default. Add Maven, name it as Maven 3. So let me check Maven iPhone version 3.6.3. Select 3.6.3. Click apply and save changes. Then start creating a job. Name it as code analysis. Create pipeline. Select the second box, pipeline, and click OK. So select the first checkbox, discard old builds. I mean, as keep the maximum builds to 2. So whatever the code is built, like it will keep only 2 builds in a record. Then come down. So here we need to write a pipeline script. Select hello world as sample, then alter here. We need to mention the tools. Like we need to mention JDK. So JDK 11, Maven 3, so we have a pipeline script. Stage we have to mention as git checkout. So for we need to create a pipeline syntax. Select git and we need to type the repository URL. So this will create a pipeline script. Branch as main, it is because it is in a main branch. So uncheck this and generate a pipeline script. So copy this pipeline script and paste it here under steps git branch. Then copying this pipeline script. For Sonar analysis, this is the shell script, Maven clean package and Maven sonar -d sonar. So how do we generate this URL means? So let me generate a new URL. So go back to SonarQube server and click for administrator and under security click user. There is an administrator. We need to create a token. Enter token as Sonar token. Expires in 30 days or more than that. Generate a token. Copy this token and paste this token here. Token is pasted. And project name as Pet Clinic. So correcting the syntax error. Also, we need to change the check the IP address. Then apply and save. So this is a pipeline script. So let me see the errors. Let me install JDK 11 because I have mentioned JDK 11 there. So it's taking time. See, the server has consumed all of its RAM, that's why it's not showing. So we need to choose much larger instance in the next time. That's why it's slowing down. It will show here. So once it runs the pipeline job, so in SonarQube server, it will show the source code, errors, bugs in each directories and the folders. It will show like past, SonarQube demo past, test sonar past. So code coverage is 90%, 60%. If there is more error, it will be in the red color. I don't know why it is taking much more time. So how it will work means, so using the Jenkins pipeline script, so the repository source code will be scanned by the Jenkins pipeline using the Sonar scanner, where we added the plugin in Jenkins. So it will scan the entire code from the repository. It will scan the entire code, then it will send to the SonarQube server. So this is a SonarQube server, it will send to here. So after sending, you can see like this. So what is the code coverage? What is the code percentage? So that's how it will be. So it's taking all of its RAM because the SonarQube requires more RAM and it's consuming 100%. That's why the server is getting hanged. So any questions, please ask the question. Any questions, guys? Okay, let's wind up the session today.
Yeah, thank you, sir. We can wind up for the day. We'll meet again by tomorrow at 7.
Yeah, thank you.
So yes, students, it's just a reminder, if you have not marked an attendance, please mark your attendance, which I have already shared it on a chart. Mark your attendance and you can drop the session. So yeah, we are done for the day. We'll meet again by tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Good night.